Thank you. Madam Chair, I appreciate the hearing on this topic. I'm very passionate about this particular topic. In Ohio, this is probably the most bipartisan issue I know, because over my time in public service, I have heard social services agencies tell me, please do something to eliminate the benefit cliff. I've heard businesses say to me, please do something to eliminate the benefit cliff. I go back on this issue all the way to welfare reform under Bill Clinton, when we were trying to do something on this at the local level. And we kept running into the fact, well, if somebody wants to get ahead and work more hours or get a raise, they lose more benefits than they gain in earnings. And so they fall off the benefit cliff, and they don't want to work more, and they can't work more. And I get to the state level, and we want to improve our workforce, and we want to help people get ahead, and we want literally upward mobility for people. And they say, no, we can't do that because the federal programs don't give us the flexibility to solve this problem for the individual who would like to work more but literally can't afford to work more because they lose more in benefits than they gain in pay. And then finally, with employers, many employers say, hey, I wanted to hire somebody full-time, or I wanted to give them a raise, but they wouldn't take it because of the benefit cliff. And so that's what inspired me to take the appointment to the U.S. Senate so that I could work on this issue, because at the state level and the local level, across this country, people who want to solve the problem can't, because the federal government for 50 years has created a trap for people who would like to have upward mobility. And I would just say that Americans are the most generous people on earth. Our public assistance programs are failing them, though, by trapping them in this generational cycle of poverty. And the benefits cliff is the decades-old problem that I've seen firsthand that would give people a path to financial stability and a chance to join the middle class. And I'll give you an example of how it works. My team prepared something for every individual to show how a member of this committee, to show how the benefit cliff works in their particular state. In Dayton, Ohio, where I spent a good portion of my life, if you're a single parent with 2 children, you earn $33,000 a year, you may be receiving assistance for food, housing, childcare costs. If that individual accepted a $1,000 raise, they would lose over $4,600 in aid by earning more. And they would receive essentially a $4,000 pay cut by earning $1,000 more. And a single parent who is living at the edge can't afford to take that risk, because they don't have the stability that they need to take the risk of trying to move forward. And so they make a logical choice. They make a logical economic choice by foregoing that opportunity. I feel compelled to share another example that I found so insidious when I was at a career center. You know how we said we want more students to get skills in welding or construction trades, or these, because there's a lot of jobs out there, and they don't have to go to college. They can earn these skills in high school, working and learning at the same time. But a principal told me that the students at their high school, it was in a poor rural area, they said they can't take jobs while they're in high school because their younger brother and sister might lose their benefits. And so this individual who we want to graduate from high school career ready can't do that and can't earn while they're in high school because we created this trap with the benefits cliff for their family. And so that's why I introduced the Upward Mobility Act, to try to solve that problem, to give people a shot at the American dream by not being trapped in this generational cycle of poverty. And so I greatly appreciate the opportunity to have this conversation today, and for all the witnesses coming and here. And I have some questions, if you would permit me a little more, just a moment here. I know we have our colleague coming in, so we'll do that. But let me just start with Mr. Schron, and I'll just say this: Have you had You talk to businesses all the time. How many businesses tell you the story about the fact that they have somebody that won't take a raise, won't take a job, won't take full-time pay because of the benefits cliff?
All of the small businesses have this same struggle because it's a balancing of having to find a trained workforce, and they're investing in that training, and they start at a level which the person is learning their skills, and as they move on up, all of a sudden they got cut off because of that, and it's a real shame because what a disincentive for you to learn and to grow if you all of a sudden have learned and grown and get on that upward mobility track of getting more pay, and then only to find out that you cross over a benefits cliff. And so you threw out a rhetorical question. Please fix the benefits cliff.
Later. Thank you.